Hello, it's Just Gaming here, and welcome to another game review. And today we're going to be doing the second season of the AI career. So, can you remember from a week ago I did the season one review of AI career? I basically just talked about every single video I did when I was in that season with the MotoGP one, and I kind of just talked about what I did today. And today we're going to be doing the second season. We're going to be doing the second season of the AI career. So I think I called it "What's Good About the Second Season," and that one will be the same review title as what the last one was. So yeah, we're going to be going through basically all the episodes from season 2 of AI career. So we're going to be going through every single one of what I've really enjoyed. So we're going to be doing it at Bruno. The reason we're going to do it at that track is because that track was really good for AI career, and that was a track that I really wanted to go for. So we're going to be going for that. We've got 35%, and we've got 8 laps, easy, only race. And we're going to be Casey Stoner just because we was actually him for the whole season. So yeah, we're going to be going through like pretty much all the season 2 of AI career to see how good it went and how bad it went and how good it was. So yeah, I think I got to say this season's got to be better than the MotoGP season, just because in season 2 there was a lot more battles with the 4 strokes, and in MotoGP there wasn't basically. So I got to say that this one has got to be a lot better than that season, but we'll have to go and see what happens. So anyway, let's get into it then. We're going to do what's it on? It's on random. Okay, right. So let's go and do it then. We're going to do it at Bruno just because it was a good race, that one. So we're going to do it at that one. So here we go. So yep, today we're going to be going through all the episodes of what happened in season 2. And to be fair, I think season 2 when we started it was okay. I think it was really good. It was my first time using the 4 strokes just because I haven't used them in MotoGP 17. So yeah, I decided to myself to give them a go on this one, just to see how it feels. And to be honest with you, I managed to get the grip of them. Pretty much, I know that some of them were quite difficult, but I basically managed to get the grip of the 4 strokes, and I managed to get a little bit better of them. So that was good. But yeah, it was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed using them. So hopefully they are going to be good for this race. Looks like it's going to be sunny, so that's good. So I'm just going to be going through like all the episodes of what I did from it. Okay, I'm going to take soft as usual, and I'm going to put them on disc 1. So I think I might be rambling for quite a while in this one, just because I got to say that this one's got to be a lot better than the first season. But we'll have to go and see how it goes. So anyway, yep, let's go and do it then, and let's go and see how it goes. So yeah, we're going to be going through like all the episodes of what happened. So I'll be going through the first one in a minute. And like I said in this race, I won't be knocking any riders over. We're just going to be doing a normal race, just on the review. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're just going to be going through all the ones that we did on the review. Okay, we're ready. Okay, right. So yeah, let's get into the review then. So I'm going to go through like all the episodes first, and then if I've got basically any information at the end, I'll kind of explain about it. So the first one, it said 4 stroke series. So in this episode, I pretty much started my 4 stroke series. I pretty much started it on the first one. The first race I believe was Le Mans, because the problems about this championship as well. It's basically this championship was all mixed up, this one. So this one wasn't in order. So we did Le Mans on the 4 strokes on the first one, and yeah, Le Mans went okay actually. I did have a really good start. I was technically struggling a little bit with the 4 strokes, but yeah, I managed to get the handle of them actually. They weren't actually that difficult actually. I managed to get them very good on handle, and Le Mans quite an interesting track, so that's good. But yeah, I basically managed to get used to them. They were really good. I really enjoyed basically using. Yeah, I really enjoyed basically doing that track. And yeah, it was pretty good. Le Mans was really good. I did really good around it. It was actually quite a good trick actually. I think I did struggle a little bit because it was my first ever time doing that track. But yeah, it went really, really well. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think it was a good start. I think I managed to get a not a decent victory at Le Mans, but it went really well. In that episode as well, I picked my riders. My riders were Valentino Rossi, Nicky Hayden, Loris Capirossi, and Tony Elias. Yeah, Tony Elias. And Casey Stoner as well, including me. So what I've got to do is I got to finish in 5th place. So it was Rossi to win the championship, Hayden to get 2nd, Capirossi to get 3rd, Tony Elias 4th, and Casey Stoner in 5th. So I did that. It went really, really well in the first one. They were my riders, and yeah, that's what I had to do in that one. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. The next one is I'm loving this already. So basically what happened in this episode is I think I just got really easy at it. So I called it that is because I was loving it. I was like knocking riders over. Pretty much I think I just really enjoyed it. I pretty much really enjoyed like knocking all the riders over because that's what AI Career is all about. Like basically I came up with it with myself where you basically just knock riders over and it's just so much fun. But like this is like in a series though, not like regularly. So I did this completely properly, and it actually went really, really well when I actually did it because like when I actually did the race, it just went really, really good, and I just completely just loved the start of it because I was on like my next track, yeah, when I did it in that episode as well. And it just went really, really easy. I just completely enjoyed it, and yeah, that's why I was loving it. Second episode went okay. I think I managed to get another victory, basically, which was quite good. And yeah, I think I managed to do really, really well. And yeah, it went really, really well. Really enjoyed the second episode, and yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Right, moving on. The next one. It says, this is really hard work something. I don't know what it said. I think it said like really hard work. So what was happening in this episode is basically it was getting a little bit harder. So I was on the 3rd round of this episode. It was getting a little bit harder. So I think the riders were being a bit harder in this one, just trying to control. I think this episode was that episode where I had that little bit of moment where I basically didn't get all the riders in their positions. And yeah, sorry about that. I just had to, I'm just trying to keep my phone on as well. Anyway, yeah. So basically, I think this is when it was actually getting a little bit harder, and I think it's when I was actually struggling. Because I know that in one of the episodes, I think I did the wet conditions as well, and I know that in the wet it's actually quite difficult to knock riders over. So yeah, I think I did it in the wet conditions before, and it was actually yeah, it was actually quite tricky when I did it in the wet. I can't exactly remember what episode it was, but I know that in one of the episodes I did it in the wet. I can't exactly remember which one it is though. But yeah, in this episode it was getting a little bit harder to control riders and getting them through positions and all that. Because like one problem is I don't like about what I didn't like about AI Career is like the riders were like too far down and I couldn't get them all the way up because what I had to do is I had to keep knocking the riders over, but they weren't getting as much time. So, like example with like Lorenzo in this category, basically he wasn't getting as much time, so I had to basically knock him down I think about 6 times to be able to get him down, and it just didn't even work. So I just basically just didn't really like it, and basically eventually I managed to get them in the top 5, which we needed, but it was just a little bit difficult. But yeah, apart from that, it was really good. And yeah, I really enjoyed basically doing that. The next one says knocking out Melandri something. So what happened in this episode is Marco Melandri was being a pain basically. So I think what happened is Marco Melandri got about 3rd in that episode I was talking about. And I did a bit of a funny moment where I knocked Melandri over, and it was actually a bit funny actually. I just basically just knocked him over, just because he was being a little bit of a pain. So I think I pretty much just completely knocked him over, just because he was just being a little bit weird. So basically when I did that, I think he paid me back actually. Basically in the next episode after that one, he pretty much paid me back. it was actually pretty funny. I just literally just knocked him down, just because it was just a bit funny. Speaking of him, he's right in front of me right now. So yeah, it was actually pretty funny. The reason I did that is because I wanted to get Marco Melandri some worse points, just because he was doing really well in the championship, and I had to knock him down. So I think that's the reason why I did it. He was being like good in the race, but I just had to keep doing it just because he just wasn't being very good in the race. And it serves you right. I'm gonna knock him down right now. There we go. Definitely deserves what I did in that race. But yeah, he definitely deserves it. Okay, the next episode is called Back in the Midnight. So what happened in this one is basically this was at Qatar, I think. Was it? Yeah. This one was at Qatar. This one, and I called it back at the midnight. And the reason I called it that is because we're at Qatar and we did it at midnight, and it went really well this episode. I did it really well. I think I managed to get a really good victory again. I can't exactly remember what happened. By the way, if you guys want to check all Season 2, I will go and leave every episode in the description down below. Like what I did in the last review where I left all the Season 1. I left all the Season 1 videos. So what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to leave all the Season 2 ones in this one. So basically, I'm going to be leaving all Season 2 ones in the description down below. So if you guys want to check those, that is pretty handy. So if you guys wanna check all those from there, but yeah, basically Back at the Midnight was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was actually really good actually. I pretty much really enjoyed Back at the Midnight. It wasn't really that interesting, but yeah, it was actually pretty good. I basically really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really good, and I think it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed about it, yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it, and I think it's probably going to be one of the best episodes I've probably done so far, just because I just called it that, and I think it was just really good when I did them, yeah, I pretty much really enjoyed it, and I think it was it was absolutely brilliant. The next episode is called I'm Not Giving Up. So what happened in this episode is I was not giving up. So what was going on is I think I was struggling in this episode. So I think what was happening is I was struggling a little bit, and I had to not give up. So what that means is that basically I can't give up, so like retire or anything like that. So yeah, I think this episode was a little bit worrying, just because I was basically not giving up on the riders and stuff, like taking them all back. This one was a pretty interesting one. I just had to basically just give it up, and I just had to completely just do it. This one was a little bit of a worrying one, but I pretty much managed to complete it, which was good. But I just basically just didn't have a really good time to do it. So this one was pretty much okay, but I just didn't basically just have a really good time to be able to beat this one. So this one was like a little bit harder. But I just couldn't be able to do it. So yeah, that was okay, that one. Like I didn't really enjoy that episode, but it was actually still good. And I pretty much really enjoyed it. The next episode is called Annoying Animation. So in this episode, I had that annoying animation. So basically, if any of you don't know how that animation works, basically it is a bit difficult. So if you like trip on a curve or you go wide or something, you get the animation. So I'm not going to explain how it works because I've done it before. So the way how it works is basically your rider gets off the bike and he technically just runs his legs about. Like he basically runs his legs, and that's the annoying animation. And then basically what happens after that is he jumps back on the bike and he goes really wide or something like that. And then what happens is you just return to the race and you have to start again. So that's the annoying animation, and I don't really like it. Like it's the most annoying thing that I don't like on MotoGP games. It's completely so annoying. Like I've had it for I think it's my 6th time having it, so I've had it a few times. Yeah, it's just really annoying. I just completely just annoy it completely. Like it's not the annoyance thing I hate in the world, but it's just completely a thing that I just don't like, and it's just really annoying. I'm actually quite surprised that it's not happened to me in MotoGP 18 yet, so I'm quite surprised about that. But hopefully in that MotoGP it's not going to do it, because I'm gonna get a little bit worried if it ends up doing it in that MotoGP. But let's see what happens, and hopefully I'm not going to be able to get it. The next episode is called "I Am Going Crazy." So what happened in this one is I was going crazy. So what I mean by that is I was going crazy. So I think what was happening is I was knocking loads of riders over. I was getting a bit crazy. So I think that was happening in that episode. So like this one was a little bit slightly crazy. So I think I was just getting like a little bit overwhelmed crazy. So I was just getting rid of crazy. I was knocking lots of riders over, even knocking my own riders over in that as well. I think that's what I did in one of the episodes. So it didn't go too well in that one. But yeah, it didn't go really well. I basically didn't really enjoy it when I actually technically knocked all the riders over. It didn't actually go really well. I just didn't do really great on it. But it was actually okay when I did actually do it. But it was just a little bit difficult. But at least I was going a little bit crazy a little bit, but probably not as too much as like what I do in the real life if it's not on a game or something. But yeah, I was going a little bit crazy. I don't know why we're doing that, but it was just really fun going crazy because like it's a series and I like to go crazy since I am a crazy person. If any of you guys do know in the real world, I am a crazy person sometimes. Well, that's what a lot of people are. But I gotta say I'm the craziest one. I'm not sure if I am, but apart from that, yeah, just a crazy thing I did on MotoGP, and yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. The next one is called the halfway point. So basically, in this episode, it was the halfway point of the race. So I think we're on like round 10, and yeah, we're basically on the halfway point. So basically, what happened is we're pretty much like nearly halfway through this season, and that episode went okay. I can't exactly remember what I actually did in that episode, but yep, it was the halfway point in that episode. Really enjoyed it, did really well on it, and I don't think I did too bad in that episode. I can't exactly remember what I did do in that episode, but yeah, it actually went okay. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was really good. The next one is called Here We Go. So I think that meant Aragon. Aragon. That meant. So what was going on is I was doing Aragon, basically, and Aragon didn't go too bad actually when I did it in AR Korea. It was a little bit difficult, but I managed to get the handle of it. It was okay. Yeah, Aragon didn't go very well. Because like you guys do know that I do hate Aragon, and I still hate it at the moment. Like Aragon's not even being nice to me at the moment. I don't know why Aragon's doing that. Like Aragon's not even being nice to me at the moment. I have no idea why it's not being that. But yeah, basically yeah, Aragon was that episode. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy Aragon. It was doing okay. I think I had a few crashes on it. There wasn't many crashes I had on it though, so that's fine. But yeah, Aragon didn't go too well when I did it. I think I managed to get Rossi to win that, but I didn't get any more. I didn't get any more riders, so that was fine. But apart from that, Aragon wasn't very good. And hopefully it's not going to do me again when I do another episode. The next one is called I Feel Like Struggling. So what happened in that episode is basically I was struggling. So well, I mean I felt struggling. So like that means I meant I was struggling a little bit. Like I think I was struggling a little bit in that episode. So like I felt like struggling, but I wasn't struggling. So I think in that one anyway I was struggling, but I just wasn't as struggling as too bad as what all the other ones were. So I think that one was a little bit struggling. But apart from that, I managed to get the handle of it. When we actually did the next episode, it went a little bit better. Yeah, I think it went a little bit better when I did it in the next one. But apart from that, it pretty went easy. I pretty much really enjoyed it actually when I did it, so that was actually completely fine. But yeah, it was actually really good. Really enjoyed it, and yep, that episode was really good. The next one is called Helping Out Tony's teammate, Rube Shells. So basically, in this episode, I was helping out. Well, I wasn't really I was helping out Tony's teammate, but basically, I was only helping him out a little bit, just because that Tony Elias was actually one of my awesome riders, and I said to myself that I might as well help his teammate out a little bit. So I think I managed to get his teammate in the top 10 or something like that. So that was quite good. But yeah, basically what I did in that episode is I pretty much just helped his teammate out a little bit. I didn't actually really do anything else in that episode. I just pretty much helped him out. I think that's only the thing that I only did in that episode. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's pretty much only the thing that I did. I don't think I really did anything else. I think that's only thing that I did. I think I did a little bit better as well in that episode. I think I did a little bit more better on the bike as well. So yeah, that's fine. At least I did do a little bit better of riding and all that. So that's quite good. But yeah, that was really good, that episode when I helped him out. And it was actually good to be able to get his teammates some very good points. The next episode is called So Perfect. So basically in that episode I was doing really well. I was doing really well in the So Perfect episode. So I think what that meant by I was doing really well. So I was basically doing really well on the track. I managed to get all my riders through as well. I knocked all the riders down that I don't like Jorge Lorenzo, for example, and Marco Malandra and all that. And yeah, I just basically just started to get a little bit better. I just started to get a little bit more better as well. Yeah, I just started to get a little bit more better at the game. I just started to get a lot more better at knocking all the riders over and knocking all people over as well, and getting riders in positions as well. So that was really easy when I did that. But it technically just went really easy when I actually knocked them all over, because it wasn't even that difficult, because this game's not too bad for knocking riders over. So it's not too bad of knocking them over. But it was just really easy when I did it anyway. So that was actually completely fine. Apart from that though, in my opinion, it was really easy knocking them down anyway. So I'm not sure if that were, but it was good. I really enjoyed it, and I think it was really good. But yeah, I did quite well in that. But the perfect one I've done so far. The next episode is called Bombs are move in the wet. So this one was in the wet. This one was in the wet conditions. This one. So basically, in this episode, I did bombs are moves, and you might be thinking that what are bombs are moves? you might be thinking what are they? Basically, they're pretty simple. So the way how bombs are moves work is you go next to a rider. Basically, the way how it works is you have to get a rider basically really far away from you. So basically, if I'm on the left-hand side and the rider's on the right-hand side, so the way how I do it is basically when the rider goes into the corner, you just bump into him, and that's a bombs arm move, and then basically you get taken out, and then the other rider will get taken out, and then that's the way how you do it. It is a little bit difficult though, because you need to do it at the right time, because if you don't, you're either gonna miss the rider and you're gonna land in the barrier, or you're gonna go too early and you're not gonna do it right, or you're going to go a little bit lower on the brakes. So there's a couple of reasons, but in my point of view, I've been missing some bombs arm moves. I have been hitting the barrier in bombs arm moves, I've been going too early in bombs arm moves, and I've been doing them correctly in bombs arm moves. So all the ones that I've done them completely right, but I've got to say so far that I've done a lot more bombs arm moves than probably a lot more. Probably especially the ones that I've missed. So that's probably going to be it, to be honest. But yeah, I really enjoyed them, and I can't wait to do them in season 3. The next episode is called Getting into a Closer Something. I don't even know what that said. So I think in this episode it was getting really close race. The race was getting a little bit more closer, a lot more battles, a lot more overtaking and all that. Yeah, I think this one was pretty much okay. I think in this episode I was getting a lot more better. I think I was getting a lot more slower than all the other riders, so I was just getting a lot more slower and a lot more competitive and all that. But yeah, this one was okay. Really enjoyed it, and I think it was really good, that episode. Really enjoyed it, and I think it was it's quite good. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing it. The next episode is called Having 20 Crashes. What did that say? What the hell? I think I said what the hell. I think it said, or ha ha. I don't even really know. So in this episode, I kept having crashes in this one. I don't even really know. I basically kept having crashes. I had 20 crashes I had in that episode. Like, I'm not even joking. It was 20 crashes. It was 20 crashes. So what was going on in this episode is I kept crashing in it. So I think it was in, what was it, Phillip Island, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it is. So basically what happened in this episode is I kept crashing in it. So I kept crashing on every corner in the game. I pretty much have no idea why I was crashing a lot. I can't really doubt it for some reason. I have no idea why I kept crashing. I can't really spit it out, to be honest with you, but yeah, I have no idea why I kept crashing. It was probably because for a reason, I don't know. But yeah, I pretty much loved it when I was crashing, because it pretty much gives it on my world record of actually how many crashes I've had. So that's really good. But it's really good to have crashes, because like crashes is like the aim thing in the game, but like when your rider gets hurt, you can't even overtake anymore. So I didn't really like it, but yeah, there'll be plenty more in season 3. But I don't know. But it was really good when I did have my crashes. Well, even including 20. The next episode is a big crash moment by Biaggi. So what happened in this episode is I did a bit of a funny moment with Max Biaggi. So what was going on is Max Biaggi was in the championship, and basically he was ahead of me in it. And basically what I did, by the way, is I did a bit of a funny moment with him, where he had a big moment. So I think what I did is I crashed into him at Motegi, and basically he flew off his bike, and his bike came to pieces, and he went off the track, and it was pretty funny. Really enjoyed it. I was laughing in that episode as well, just to give like Max Biaggi like a bit of payback, just because he was in like he was in front of me in the championship as well. So I just basically just give them a little bit of payback, just because he deserves it from what he did. And that's what I did, just because it just basically just give them a little bit of payback, and it kind of just reminds me of him doing it. So that's what I did. I pretty much really enjoyed it when I did it. It was actually really funny when I just knocked him over, because like it was pretty funny, because like that's what I did with like all the other riders as well. So yeah, it was really good, and hopefully in season 3 when I do them again, hopefully it should be a lot better. Hopefully I might be able to knock hopefully a lot more riders down. The next episode is called Another Journey Finish. So basically, this is when I actually ended my AR career. But basically, I carried it on. Basically, in season 2, I carried it on a lot more until 40 episodes. Yeah, 40 episodes. So basically, this is why I ended it, but I carried it on. So yeah, this one was called Finished, and this one was an hour long. So I made this one an hour long. There was a bit of a problem about this episode though, because basically, the thing I didn't realise is on my Xbox app general settings, I set the timer as 1 hour, and I was supposed to be setting it to 2 hours long, and basically I made a lot of mistake on it, because for some reason I set it to 1 hour for some reason, and it stopped the recorder. I didn't even notice it basically, because I forgot to reset it, but it don't really matter. At least we did it for 1 hour, which was quite good. But yeah, but I know that in season 3 we're going to change that, so that'll be quite good. But yeah, another journey finished. Basically, I just finished off the race. I did it at Spielberg. They didn't go very well. Like I said, I don't like Spielberg, but Spielberg went completely fine. But yeah, I really enjoyed Spielberg. I think I had a few crashes on there, but I basically managed to get a good victory. And like I said from before, this is when Max Biaggi beat me in the championship, because basically he got 5th and I got 6th. So it wasn't really a good start to the championship, but Max Biaggi beat me in it. It didn't actually go too well when Max Biaggi beat me in it. It did go a little bit difficult, but Max Biaggi managed to beat me on it, which was good. Like he didn't beat me technically, but I think he just beat me with a few points or something. So I think he beat me by I think about a few points. I can't exactly remember how many points he managed to be able to get. But yeah, he basically got a few points. He managed to beat me with a pretty good success. But at least we managed to finish it. I got 6th, which is a good result. and it was really good when I got it. But that's when it ended, and I really enjoyed the entire thing when I did it. The next episode is called 4-Stroke Full Race. So what I did in this episode is I basically did a full race with all the 4-stroke riders. So I basically did the full lap length. I did the full lap length on 59 minutes, and it was really good, that episode. I really enjoyed doing the full lap length. It was really good. There was some great action. I know it was a bit boring because like I think I was at the front most of the time, so it was technically just a bit boring. But to be honest with you, though, I actually really enjoyed it being at the front. It was actually like not too bad being right there. It was actually not too bad actually. I pretty much like really enjoyed it being right at the front and being with all the battle riders. But apart from that, it was actually pretty much okay. I pretty much really enjoyed like battling with everyone, and it was okay and all that. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed basically battling with everyone. Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it, and I think it was really good when I did the full stroke race. It was a bit boring though, but I pretty much really enjoyed it when I did the full lap length, and it was really good when I did it. And the very final episode is called Finalist. So basically, in this episode, I pretty much just finished off the whole AI career. I finished off using the 4 strokes, and really enjoyed the entire season, and it was absolutely really good. So. Yes, there we are then. So there are all the season 2 episodes from the AI career mode, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it was absolutely brilliant. So yep. So the first question is what do I think about season 2? I think it was brilliant. I got to say that this one's a lot better than number 1, just because number 2 has a lot more action on it. Well, I know that I don't mean that, but I gotta say that season 2 has a lot more action on it. Like basically, I think there's been a lot more battles in season 2 than season 1, just because I think there was just a lot more battles when I was battling at the front and when I was battling at the back. And my question is I was starting from qualifying, and I just start from the back of the grid, and like from the back of the grid, it's really good because I'll be able to get like decent battles. But I think on my point of view, I've got to say that there's been more battles in season 2 than season 1, just because I think there's been a lot more. And another thing is, what do I think about it? I think it was really good season 2. I really enjoyed using the 4 strokes. It was a really good category to pick, just because I love the riders. And the reason why I picked Casey Stoner as well is because the Casey Stoner is my favourite rider on the Ducati, and I really loved him in the past when I raced on him, and that's the reason why I picked him, just because it was really good, and I basically just really enjoyed him. So there we are, guys. So that was the Season 2 game review of GP17. So what I'm going to do next week and the week after, I'm going to do some funny moments, because from both seasons, there has been some moments. There has been a bit of funny moments, so I'm going to kind of explain those next week and the week after of all the moments I really enjoyed. And then after that, we'll be starting our new season. So make sure you stick with that. So yeah, hopefully you guys have really enjoyed the entire Season 2 of AI Career. It's been really fun, and I pretty much really enjoyed it. So if you want to go and check out Season 1, that'll be in the description down below. And like I said, every episode of this one, of Season 2, will be in the description down below, which I will be doing when this video is done. But yeah, that's the end. So thanks for watching this game review. Playing more game reviews coming up very soon. Got any more? Please let me know in the comments if you've got any more game reviews you want me to do. But yeah, that's the end of this one. So thanks for watching of the Season 2 of one of AI Career, and I will see you all later. Bye.